Sit. Sit.
বসো এখানে, অ্যালেক্স বসো, বসো, বসো।
गिरते पड़ते सामने आया छोटा सा एक डॉग। उसकी मुंह, छोटी नोज और उसके रोज जैसे टोज। ऊपर नीचे हो रहे थे छोटे छोटे आईब्रोज। उड़ गए थे मेरे होश, साले को लिया था जब गोद। लैब्राडोर के रूप में घर आया था एक सबसे स्पेशल दोस्त। मेरी शक्ल से लगता था जैसे आया हूँ जंग से। बात भी नहीं करता था मैं किसी से ढंग से। फिर तुझे जरिया बना कर वो आए वनडे। मैं ढूंढ रहा था कंधे और मिले तेरे पंजे। तुझे कैसे ये पता चला मैं अकेला हूँ।
The Indian Spitz is a Spitz dog breed belonging to the utility group Citation needed. The Indian Spitz was one of the most popular dogs in India in the 1980s and 1990s when India's import rules made it difficult to import dogs of other breeds. The Indian Spitz was first introduced by the occupying British during the 19th century and thought to have descended from the German Spitz. After years of breeding, they were able to create a breed that could cope with the heat of Indian summers and retained the intelligence and adaptability of the German breed. Resembling a Samoyed and Pomeranian, the Indian Spitz was well suited to the Indian climate and quickly became popular. The Indian Spitz became popular due to restrictive import rules imposed by the Indian government in the 1980s and 1990s. Foreign imports were hard to access, and Indians turned to the indigenous and local breeds. The Indian Spitz is similar to the European Spitz, though it has adapted to a warmer climate. Indian Spitzies are small dogs, around 33 centimeters, 13 in, at the withers, with a soft chest, fair tail, and a milky white double coat. Their eyes have visible irises that can be green or blue, giving them an unusually expressive face. The original Spitz was bred for hunting in cold conditions, and their white coloring reflects this. Although the same conditions are not found in India, their coloring is attractive and has remained through the years. Some can be white and brown. Indian Spitz. Pointy fox-like ears make this breed especially expressive. Thick fur covers the outside of the ears and much of the inside as well, requiring extra attention when it comes to care and grooming. The tail of an Indian Spitz curls over their back and is quite fluffy. Their legs are only slightly longer than their bodies, which makes their heads look large. Indian Spitzies may be one of the easiest dogs to live with, making them one of the most popular family dog among Indian breeds. They are easily housebroken and trained. Grooming and exercise are relatively low maintenance, and they are highly adaptable dogs. They are equally comfortable in small apartments and in large, open houses. However, they do need moderate exercise. Generally, Indian Spitzies are divided into two categories: the smaller Indian Spitz or lesser Indian Spitz, roughly 5-7 kg in weight and 22-25 cm at the withers, and the bigger Indian Spitz or greater Indian Spitz, roughly 12-20 kg in weight and 35-45 cm at the withers. The Indian Spitz is generally milky white but can also be found in solid colors like brown and sometimes, very rarely, a mix of black and white similar to the Pomeranian. While this breed likes to keep themselves clean, they need regular brushing to keep their long coats in good condition. Their bath schedules can range from twice a month to once a month, since their fur can easily dry out if bathed too often. Shedding is a problem with Indian Spitz, as their European heritage means they get rid of their thick winter coat in the warmer months, characteristic of many Spitz breeds such as the Japanese Spitz, the Pomeranian, or the Samoyed. Their coats are double-layered, so proper grooming requires a double-row brush to reach the undercoat. Being a dog with a double-layered coat, it is advised not to shave a matted Indian Spitz, as it can result in patchy hair growth. The Indian Spitz often gets mistaken for a Pomeranian, a related Spitz from Pomerania. However, they are quite distinct. The Indian Spitz has a shorter coat and is bigger. They share a lot of physical characteristics because they are very closely related, being only a few hundred years apart in lineage. A Pomeranian has rounded ears, a flatter face, weighs less, should not exceed 3-4 kg, and has a thicker coat. The Indian Spitz is bigger and heavier compared to Pomeranian. In spite of these differences, in India most people refer to the Spitz as a Pomeranian. Some of the basic differences are as follows. The Pomeranian is a toy breed. It is lighter than even a lesser Indian Spitz, both in height and weight, which typically weighs less than 10 pounds and is rarely over 12 inches in height. The Pomeranian has a much flatter face than an Indian Spitz, which has a more conical snout. The coat of a Pomeranian is generally denser and thicker. It is often difficult to see individual hairs. However, an Indian Spitz's coat is less dense and it is easier to see the individual hair follicles. The Pomeranian's ears are generally not as pointed or elongated as that of an Indian Spitz. Are you looking for a charming and affectionate furry friend to add to your family? Meet the Indian Spitz, a delightful breed that has captured the hearts of dog lovers around the world. In this post, we'll explore everything you need to know about the Indian Spitz, from their playful personality to their adorable appearance and overall care requirements. Discover why this breed is cherished as a loyal and loving companion, and learn valuable insights on how to provide the best care for your new canine friend. The Indian Spitz, also known as the Pomeranian or Indian Spitz, is a delightful breed that originated in Germany but found its way to India and gained immense popularity. This small to medium-sized dog boasts a beautiful double coat that comes in various colors, including white, brown, black, and cream. Its fox-like face, small ears, and bright, intelligent eyes add to its adorable appearance, making it a favorite among dog lovers. Known for their loyalty and affectionate nature, Indian Spitz dogs form strong bonds with their human families. They are excellent with children and can get along well with other pets if properly socialized from a young age. Their intelligence and eagerness to please also make them relatively easy to train, although they can sometimes display a bit of independence. As a family pet, the Indian Spitz excels, thanks to its friendly and playful demeanor. Despite their small size, they adapt well to apartment living, making them suitable for various living situations. However, they are moderately active dogs and require daily walks and playtime to maintain their physical and mental well-being. Indian Spitz dogs originated in the 19th century and were introduced to India by the occupying British. This breed gained popularity in India in the 1980s because they resembled foreign dogs while being affordable and easy to get. Another reason for their popularity was the restrictive import rules imposed by the Indian government. These rules made people turn to indigenous and local breeds, and the Indian Spitz was a top choice for many people. There are two varieties of Indian Spitzies based on size. Smaller dogs are called Lesser Indian Spitz, whereas the larger ones are called Greater Indian Spitz. Other closely related breeds include the German Spitz and the Japanese Spitz. Indian Spitzies are small dogs. An adult Indian Spitz dog will be around 40 centimeters, 15.7 in height and weigh about 5 to 7 kilograms. The main characteristic of the Indian Spitz is its fluffy, thick coat. The coat colors can range from white to dusky brown to black, and they also have a double coat with a dense undercoat. The Indian Spitz has a wedge-shaped head and pointy, fox-like ears. Thick fur covers their ears, which means you must pay special attention to the ears during grooming. Indian Spitz dog walking on the grass. Another notable characteristic of the Indian Spitz is that they have such expressive faces. You can almost always guess how your pup is feeling by one look at his face. The tail of an Indian Spitz curls upwards and is very furry. This dog breed closely resembles Indian Pomeranian dogs. However, they are entirely different. Indian Spitzies are always bigger than Pomeranians. Also, the Indian Spitz has pointy ears, whereas Pomeranians have rounded ears. Indian Spitz is a popular family dog that develops strong emotional connections with humans. They are energetic and enthusiastic dogs. They are also very social and enjoy interacting with both people and other pets. Although they have an ingrained hunting instinct, you rarely see them chasing after other animals. Indian Spitzies are also alert and vocal, which makes them excellent watchdogs. A properly trained Indian Spitz will be a great guardian and protector. A great thing about Indian Spitzies is how good they are with kids. Indian Spitz dog. If you are looking for a family-friendly dog who'll get along with your kids, an Indian Spitz puppy is the perfect addition to your family. The most important thing is to socialize your puppy from a young age. This way, you'll have a friendly, obedient adult dog. Adaptability. Indian Spitzies are highly adaptable dogs. They will quickly adapt to your lifestyle and are well suited to live in a small space like an apartment. All you need to provide is a daily walk, healthy food, and plenty of affection. Indian Spitzies are also well adapted to the warmer Indian climate. Indian Spitz is an intelligent breed and among the easiest dogs to train. For best results, start training your puppy at an early age. Use lots of positive reinforcement and train them in a distraction-free environment. Also, mix up the training exercises because the Indian Spitz can get easily bored. They are fast learners, and you can teach them almost any trick. Because of their cleverness, Indian Spitzies are trained for dog shows and competitions. Indian Spitz dog standing on the grass. They are also often seen in movies and TV shows because they are highly trainable, social, and adorable. Health and life expectancy. Indian Spitz is generally a healthy dog breed. They will breed once a year, and each litter will have up to 5 puppies. As a rule of thumb, smaller dogs live longer than larger ones. The average lifespan of an Indian Spitz is 10 to 14 years. But with proper care, they can live up to 16 years. Since this dog breed is very furry, you must groom them properly. Shedding is a minor issue for most Indian Spitz owners. To keep your furniture fur-free, you must stick to regular brushing. A weekly brushing session of 15 to 20 minutes should be sufficient on most days. If your pup is in the shedding season, you'll have to brush them more often. Because the Indian Spitz has a double coat, you must use a double row brush. It is also a good idea to check the coat regularly for fleas and ticks. Fleas and tick infestations are prevalent during warmer months. Pay special attention to their furry ears as ticks could hide there. When it comes to bathing, you can bathe your Indian Spitz pup once or twice a month because too much washing can dry out his thick coat. Alternatively, you can use a dry shampoo to clean their thick fur. Regular nail trimming is also needed. Other grooming requirements include brushing teeth about once a week and wiping the eyes with a damp cloth. Try to start grooming while your puppy is young. This way, he'll feel more comfortable with the grooming sessions. The Indian Spitz does well with homemade food. Because they are adaptable to the Indian lifestyle, they thrive on home-cooked meals like rice, chicken, and fish. During early age, you have to feed your pup multiple times a day. Once your puppy is over his first birthday, 1 meal a day should be sufficient. You can also add raw meat and eggs to your pup's diet. If you are too busy to make a home-cooked meal, your Indian Spitz pup will also enjoy high-quality commercial dog food. Dog food and Indian Spitz dog on the floor. You can supplement the main meal with snacks and treats. But remember that overfeeding can cause obesity. In addition to feeding, ensure your dog always has access to a clean water bowl. Another great thing about Indian Spitz dogs is that they don't need much exercise. So these dogs are perfect for those with a busy lifestyle. The overall energy level of your dog depends on factors like age and health. Typically many Indian Spitsies have an average energy level and don't enjoy extreme physical activities. However, they need at least one daily walk, and a long walk in a park is enough exercise for an Indian Spitz. Indian Spitsies are perfectly capable of keeping themselves busy, and they can tire themselves out by playing around. Ensure your pup has enough toys and a sufficient area to play and run around. They are not a smelly breed and will not stink unless they have an infection, skin folds, or a bad tooth. Some health problems common to Indian Spitsies include cryptorchidism, hip dysplasia, and progressive retinal atrophy. Like most dog breeds, uncontrolled food portions and insufficient exercise can cause obesity. Because they are a very social breed, they are also prone to separation anxiety. If you plan to leave your puppy alone for an extended period, make sure he has plenty of ways to keep himself busy. Indian Spitsies are one of the most popular Indian breeds. They are friendly and loyal family dogs and quickly adapt to their surroundings. They are also comfortable with small living spaces and a flexible, homemade diet. These clever, adorable dogs are healthy and low maintenance compared to other breeds. It's hard to find fault with the adorable Indian Spitsies. They shed a lot of fur, but so do all furry dogs. To sum it up, an Indian Spitz is the ideal addition to any family. Whether you live in a single-story house, shared home, or an apartment, you can count on the Indian Spitz to adapt. You can even take care of these furry pups while working a 9-to-5 job. Just don't skip the daily walk and shower them with a lot of love and attention once you get back home. If you like this video, please like, comment about your thoughts on this, subscribe and click the bell icon for further notifications.